Hi everyone, Joe Kehrig with the Kehrig Real Estate Team, and this is your San Ramon Valley neighborhood update for the week of August 9th. You'll see some swinging in the market back and forth, but what really is going to tell us where this market's going, you hear on the news that things are starting to slow down, not as many multiple offers. What we're experiencing is the fact that we're not getting quite as many offers as we did before, but we haven't seen prices come back at all. The real key is going to be when we hit September, because pre-COVID, the slowest month of the year for 7 straight years was August, because schools were starting, everyone was getting back to school. So it was not really a good indicator of the overall market. When we hit September, we could really say, hey, is this market going to continue on like it is, or is it going to slow down? What's the inventory going to look like? As you've seen all summer, it stayed pretty consistent. Everyone talks about, there's no inventory, getting 5 or 10 offers. And to be quite honest with you, it's more of a increased demand than a lack of inventory, because we're going to have record number of sales this year. It's just that there's such a demand between the interest rates, people wanting to move out to the suburbs, and a lot of people coming from the peninsula and San Jose because we're still a bargain. But the good part, as you'll see, the backfilling of the active properties have been coming on as quick as they've been selling, though twice as many pending sales as active properties in most cases, hence the supply and demand issue. So let's take a look at San Ramon. First thing, when you look at San Ramon, you'll see this is one of the wild swings where you saw pending properties go way up and active properties go way down. It went up by 10, went down by 13. That's not a great sign. For the most part, things have been staying pretty consistent, even though when you look at this, it's an extremely strong seller's market. The active sales over the last couple of months have been keeping pace with the pending sales. Now, this could just be a blip in the market because a lot of people weren't putting their home on the market, people trying to get in the home before school. Like I said, the next couple of weeks will really be a better indicator. You look at Danville, same type of thing. Pending sales are down a little bit, but the active properties have been backfilling in, even though anytime you see where there's a lot more pending sales than active, it's an extreme seller's market. Blackhawk, same type of thing. Matter of fact, exactly the same. The pending properties went down just a little bit. Active properties stayed pretty consistent. A good backfill there. Again, things are selling and getting multiple offers. Not quite as much as we were before. Alamo market, you can see that the pendings went up, actives went down a little bit. Again, that's still a seller's market, even though it's a little bit of a more even market, as you can see with the pendings compared to the active properties. But again, when we have all this coming up in August, we really don't know where the market's going. Yeah, on a national basis, we're getting less multiple offers. And multiple offers, remember, is what drives the price up. If there's only one offer on $1.5 million home, it's basically going to sell for no more than $1.5 million. No one's going to offer more than asking if there's no other offers. It's when you get to 4, 5, 10 offers that people start offering a $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. So the $1.5 million home in San Ramon Valley, went up to 1.650, 10%, then that went up to 1.8, then it went up to 2 million. We have a situation where we were looking at potentially selling someone's home 6 months ago, and we decided not to put it on the market. They were buying locally, so market going up, market going down, didn't really affect them that much, because even if they sold, then they'd have to go buy. But we were literally looking at putting this home on the market for $1,799,000 and looking at getting somewhere between $1,700,000 and $1,800,000. That was 6 months ago. Now, we just put that home on the market for $1,849,000, got 6 offers, and ended up selling for over $2.1 million. Literally at least $400,000 more than what we were looking at 6 months ago. And that's kind of the story. The average price home in the San Ramon Valley that was around $1.5 million is now selling at $2 million. So the Alamo market is strong. The Dublin market, you can see the pending sales went way up. Active properties stayed the same. Again, I'm not reading a lot into this. I really want to see what happens the next couple of weeks. So make sure that you tune in. Sold price to list price. Now, you see that it's always been consistent around that 110%. You look at Blackhawk, you go, oh my God, Blackhawk went way down. No, Blackhawk had only three closings. And one of those closings was a $7.9 million home that closed at $7 million. It dropped almost $1 million, which isn't bad for almost an $8 million home. And obviously that kind of messes up with the numbers again. You take that property out, and it probably would have been right around 110% as it has before. Every market is local. If you have any questions about your home, or you just want to kind of get a feel, those are most of the calls that we're getting right now, or people just, hey, you know what? I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Here's the thing is, one thing we do know, people go, where do you think the market's going to go? Well, we don't know because it's been so active. No one's really expecting it to dive back down. This isn't a 2008 scenario where there was like 2 million extra homes on the market. In the last 14 years, they have not built 5.6 million homes that normally would have been built. So from the 1980 to the 2007 or 8, they were averaging, somewhere around 1.8 million homes a year. Now, for 14 years, they only built about 1.2, 400 and some odd thousand per year short, because of obviously what we went through in the last Great Recession, which was led in by the housing market. So we have a situation now over 14 years, we haven't built 5.6 million homes that on average would have been built. We have a real supply issue, and we have a huge amount of demand right now. It's kind of a perfect storm. Now, as interest rates go up, prices go up, that demand goes down a little bit, we're still short houses. So if you do see any correction in the market, it might just be, that last bump where a home went from 1.5 to 1.6 to 1.7 to 1.8 to 1.9 to 2 million and then 2.1. Well, maybe they bumps back down to 2 million. But we have to start by seeing, more supply, less demand, which we might see. A lot of parts of the country are getting it. I'm tuned in with a lot of parts of the country where I get automatic updates, and I'm seeing a lot of price reductions where sellers just pushed it out there a little bit. But if you have any questions about your particular situation, give me a call. Again, Joe Kehrig, managing broker of Coldwell Banker Real Estate in Danville. My cell number, 925-487-6838, or joe.kehrig@cbrealty.com. Again, 925-487-6838. As always, may God bless you. May God bless your family. May God bless the United States of America. And please be smart and stay safe. We'll see you soon.